Hello, my friends. These are the T-90S and T-90SK. This is considered to be a tank, the most powerful firepower, as well as the most modern of the Vietnamese military, the current time. This tank, he returned to Vietnam for the first time in 2018. However, this is the first time I've ever appeared in public, and right in the Vietnam Defense Exhibition to O2. These two you can also go to Gia Lam Airport to be able to visit and directly see these tanks and a lot of other defense equipment of the Vietnamese military. And now, I will share it very quickly with you about the pair of tanks, T-90S and T-90SK. The difference between these two tanks is, it's a little different. It's about technology equipment, because T-90SK, it's going to be more of a command tank. It'll have some more equipment, and other contacts are more about command and about power. Fire, everything, these two tanks, it's the same. Now I will invite you start to see more details, The T-90 is called the Steel Fist of the Vietnamese Army. That's because it has one. The power is terrible. This tank, it is considered balance between power as well as a defense system. Then you'll be able to see. The first is that it's carrying a smooth 125 barrel cannon. In addition to shooting all kinds of conventional bullets, it's capable of launching 9M anti-tank missiles. Another 9. In this cannon, it's capable. It's automatic or manual. And it has a storage capacity of 40 bullets. And the rate of fire here is 8 shots per minute. This cannon can fire 8 times a minute. And I repeat, it can fire many different types of shells, including anti-aircraft artillery. Next, there will be a PKTM machine gun. Bullet size is 7.6 millimeters. Next up will be a 12mm machine gun. The number of bullets is 300. Well, the shells here will be speeding bullets. Bullet through bullet explosion. The missile and the controls that fire through the barrel. It's about the attack system. The control system will have this. The gunner's sight and of the car chief. Bullet path computer and sensor system. System stability. Missile control system and equipment. Automatic target attachment. That is, it can automatically detox the target. And when to fire the bullet the bullet can follow that target. The control system of this tank. When I said earlier that it's both powerful and modern, it's that it's capable of automating a lot of things. The defense system. We're going to have this photo suppression complex, up to electronic suppression and smoke grenade launch system, passive defense system, and reactive armor explosion. Reactive armor explosion. That's what it is. Reactive armor. To fight the shells that hit us. Body shell large destruction weapon prevention system and firefighting systems. Smoke exhaust system. It's a very special equipment. That's it. It's got air conditioning. You think, oh, cars that are as big as this. It could be. It's going to be a little hard to get these things, but yes, the whole system, air conditioning. This T-90S is powered by a diesel engine, and it's going to be one of those kinds of engines. It won't be very fuel hungry. That is, on the battlefield, we'll be able to use multi-fuel to pour into this engine. Well, it can work now. Engine of T-90S. It's the V90 to S engine. To F maximum power is that it achieves 1,000 horsepower. That it's similar to the T7 to tank. Here you'll see, this is a very familiar crawler system. The tank's and its transmission mechanism is using the planetary gears. Then maybe you know the planetary gears too. Car, we're also going to have gear systems. So yeah, reality. Look at this tank outside. It's not that big. Hi guys, I am 6'8" feet tall. It's not too big. Well, depending on the configuration of each country when ordering the tank, it can be configured for this T-90S. Many accessories or many different configurations. That includes the whole system. This outer defensive armor. Reactive armors on the outside. Now, this is a tank. It could be but we won't see those. That's the outer reactive armor. The feeling of it. Actually standing near this one tank. Let's make it hot. It's actually when I talk about this tank. I also feel it's kind of creepy, guys. Then we'll take a look at the top of the turret. These are just the protective parts. It's like the reactive armor. It's a shame we won't be able to climb up. We're going to keep going for a spin. Here it is for those of you who are wondering. This is the main powertrain. Inside, it's going to be a planetary aluminum system. It can cut a transmission between left and right gear. If you drive on the left, you will, well, break the cake on the left and the cake on the right. Spin this automatically. We'll turn to the left, and the 90 is also equipped with a high-class armor system, the most modern of the current Soviet Union. That's the composite armor system, and it's going to have explosive reactive armor generation. This is the second generation of era reactive armor. As far as I know, the latest generation, it's the third generation era. Inside this explosive reaction layer, it's also going to be a combination that can explode. It's basically like that. When it's attacked, it's this one that reacts to make the bullet hit 0T or through the armor on the inside. Of course, weapons. There will be a drum and there will be an attack. This tank, it's basically going to be equipped with the GAR reactive armor. The second generation comes back to that defense system, as well as the attack system. Then, all the parts of the gun or the shells here, it can be controlled automatically, guys. Fully automated, no need for people. Well, of course, you can control it, and it can control itself, including the upper gun or the large gun gate, or a machine gun. A machine gun. Then, it'll have a parallel machine gun on the side. Maybe many of you already know that. This system is done, and both the T90S and the T90SK weigh 46.5 T, and it has a length of 9 meters 6. It's a little over 6 feet, and the width is 7 feet. Height is over to meters 6. The length of the tank is gun head to the rear of the car, and a big tank like this, it will be possible to achieve. The maximum speed is 60 kilometers per hour, and a fuel tank, including the reserve fuel tank. It'll help the car move. The distance is 550 kilometers. If you go on the road, it will be 520 kilometers. That's a very complicated crawler system. For those of you who have less questions, I will. Just more details for you about the drive mechanism of the crawler and the structure. A guide, It's called a guide when you're with crawlers. In the front, it's called a guide wheel. In the back, as I shared with you earlier, it's called a moving cake. And this is it too. These are pie systems like this. It has this part. This is soft rubber. It's actually hard rubber. It's softer than iron. It's actually very hard. Its purpose will also be, is to guide and orient this part of the chain. It's not skewed. Deviations are deviations. Compared to the moving cake in the back, it's a lot of tanks. Every type of tank, it's going to have a different kind of movement. There are tanks. It will use 2 wheels. The front and back are the same. However, for the car, in the 90s we will see, it's just the gear wheel in the back. In front of this it's just a piece of cake. And as far as I know, this tank, it is not currently attached, full of accessories, or the protective armor systems. So, we're going to have a car. The increase is very pure like this. It's a shame I won't be able to get inside. Inside, it will be possible. Look at the steering system inside. I really want to try the air conditioning system. That's it. Maybe I won't have more information to share with you. And, the hope is too. You can see the pictures about the tanks. The T90 and T90S are great. Vietnam military forces. And I'll continue to explore other tanks to share with you.